So this is my 1999 Power Macintosh G3. Here I have a fan. That's one. And I'm going to be loading this thing up with fans. Well, I already have, but I'll explain that as I'm doing it. Rubber things come off. Alright, there we go. Right, so the reason I'm doing this is boredom, to be honest. You know, just because I wanted something to do. So yeah, I'm going to be putting this fan in up here, you know, to force more air through the power supply, because the power supply fan's pretty weak. I don't want that to overheat. But also, I think it will give this, you know, more of a sort of airflow over the optical drive, maybe around the motherboard, sort of lifting some of the... I don't know, but this case design wasn't a very good one for heat thermal efficiency anyway. So first things first, you'll notice that there are actually two more fans in here than there should be normally, and that's because I bunged a couple of 40mm fans in here about it's getting on for 2 years ago now. Again, just because I was bored, and so I did it. So this this whole sort of assembly here blows cold air onto the CPU heatsink, which is tiny, by the way. This CPU is really efficient, so it doesn't get very hot, and this is all you need to cool it. And so does the graphics card, although the graphics card does get a little bit warm, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to take that, and this whole assembly will just come right out like that. And now we can see my magnificent overhaul here. So you can now see what I've done. This fan here, that's the main fan. This is, you know, this comes with it. So we got this fan blowing cold air from here, comes in the intake back here. That's the only intake in the entire case. Well, it's the only intake now. So it comes in here and gets blown out through here. Normally there wouldn't be two 40mm fans there. I added those just to sort of draw in a little bit more air from the back, and they work very nicely, so I'm a big fan of those. Dear, that was so bad. So I've got this cage out, that's all I really need to do with it for now. So I'm going to start by installing this. Now, I'm going to need to take this drive assembly out here, so I'm going to need to unplug the CD audio cable. We've got the IDE cables here, Molex power connectors way in the back there. I'm not going to be able to get those out, I never do. Those two screws are out, push that forward and release the... Got the drives out, not going to be needing them, well, not for this. I want to mount the fan as high up as it'll go, because then I know it'll clear the cables for the CD-ROM drive. So I'm going to place this up here. Okay, so I have decided, yeah, this was a decision. It's not just because I haven't got anything else. I'm going to be using this bad boy to stick this bad boy to this bad boy, right? This is definitely not because I didn't have the foresight to buy anything to make a video with, or I just couldn't find anything other than this. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get this, put it on here. So I'm going to leave that to dry for about 5 minutes or so, and come back and then, you know, just glue it to my power supply and see what happens, because I'm just so clever like that, you know. Let's pop that up there and wait, I guess. This is gonna take a while. Yeah, so it's clear to see that glue works so well. So this is probably my fault for trying to glue it on. So just looking at this, probably the easiest way of putting it on there would be to just unscrew the power supply and then, you know, just tape it on. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so here goes. Unscrew this. So now there are a couple of power cables. We got the one for the hard drive, got the one for the motherboard. The only one left is this one for the front panel. So I have the power supply here, there it is, so I'm going to tape the fan to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and tape it on the left hand side, just offset slightly. You know, don't have to tape it to this lovely little sticker here. Right, okay, so that's the top one done. Okay. So I've taped that one on as well, and yeah, that seems alright actually. That it looks a bit clunky, but that should provide some decent airflow through the power supply. And out the back as well, we got the two fans, one pulling, one pushing. Hopefully that should make a difference, because this fan really is quite weak, so hopefully that helps. And now I can put the drives back in. That's those two connected up. CD-ROM power, and the audio cable is now plugged in. As you can see, there is plenty of clearance between those two there. The wires, nothing to worry about there. So now I've got a bit of a choice to make, just how to power these fans. They are Molex, so I'm thinking I will hook that into the back of the front panel, and then I will plug the fan into the original connector for the front panel, like that. So I finally managed to plug that in. I actually had to take the front panel off entirely to get that. Now I have that. That's done. Now this always proved a little bit tricky for me. I got it in, but if I let go, it's going to fall back down again. And I actually cannot remember where I left the screws. I can hear one. Oh, there's one. Now one of these little things here. If you haven't got a magnetic screwdriver, these work just as well. You put that in there and you screw. And once the screw's in a couple of threads, and then I'll just get my screwdriver, screw it in the rest of the way, and that's pretty much secure. So I'm going to do the next one. Looks like we are good to go on that. So yeah, just installed that new fan there. maybe next time I'll pop something in here as well. Can remove the speaker. That just comes out as a hole on the front there. Could maybe mount a fan there, relocate that. Maybe that could even sit there and put a fan there or something. So now the last thing to do is plug it in, see what happens, see if it works. So we have that fan over there running, and that one, and of course the one in the back as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do for now. So yeah, thanks for watching.